Unit 3, Lesson 4. We are going to talk about volume of triangular prism today. But before we talk about the volume of the triangular prism, I like to mention that the volume of any prism. So we're going to forget now about the triangular prism. We're going to talk about any prism. The formula is very simple. We say the area of the base time the height, or sometimes we say the length of the prism. So if I know the area of the base and I multiply it by the length of the prism, I will get the volume. So if the prism is a rectangular prism, I will get the area of the rectangle times the height or the length of the prism. If the prism is pentagonal prism, I will find the area of the base, which is a pentagon, times the height or the length of the prism. And even this worked for the cylinder. The cylinder, it's the same as a prism, but with a difference that the base is a circle. So if I find the area of the circle, which is the base, times the height of the cylinder, or the prism in this case, we will get the volume. So this formula, it works with anything. So that's why I like to call it general formula. The specific formula for triangle prism, we're going to say the area of the base, and in this case the triangle, times the length of the prism. And again, the length or the height, they are the same. So before we get to this level, and usually I don't encourage you to memorize but to understand the formula, so let's go to any shape of triangular prism and we will find together the volume. So as you can see, in this triangular prism we have the height or the length of the prism is L. We have the base of the triangle, which is a base in this case, and I have h as the height of this triangle. Now if I'm looking for the volume, we said the volume equal area of base times the length of the prism. So let's check the area of the base. In this case, if you check the base, it's not the rectangular here. No, the prism has to have two faces that they are parallel and congruent in the same time. So that's why if you see here, we're gonna find that these two bases are congruent and are parallel. That's why we call this prism triangular prism. So this is a base. This is my base. If the base is triangle, so that means I need to know that the area of any triangle equal to what? As we know, it's the half of the base of the triangle times height. So let's check here. The half, the base of the triangle, this side is the base by chance, so B, and the height is h. So this is the area of the base. And we are saying time the length of the prism. So this is the length. So that means in general, I will end with a volume equal to the area of the base, which is half BH, times the length. So this is the formula of the volume of triangular prism. So if I go to this one, I will find the same thing, half base times height times L, which is the length or the height of the prism. So let's see an example to understand more what we are doing. So the question, find the volume of this prism. I have many dimensions. I have 120, I have 60, I have 50 and 50, and this sign to show that it's isosceles triangle, and I have a perpendicular with 40 centimeter. Sometimes teacher want to check our knowledge. Which of these information or this dimension I'm gonna use? You will find something very strange here, that some of this information I don't need it, and I don't need it at all to use it in my formula. That's why we have to think well. So before I do that, I have to check this triangle, this prism is what? I can check that I have two congruent bases. They are parallel and they are congruent. That's why the name of this prism is triangular prism. That means this is a base. Excellent. We know that the volume of the base of the volume of the prism equal to the area of base time the height of the prism or the length. Excellent. Now, where is the base? This triangle or this triangle? To find the area, we know that it's half base of triangle times edge of triangle multiply, instead of saying edge or the height, we say the length of the prism. So let's check how I can use a number that I have now. The base here equal to what? Someone tell me I can choose 50, or I can choose 40, or I can choose 60, whatever I want. No, actually the base here has to be the base of the triangle. So if this the height of the triangle, that means this length is the base. So this one is 60, as you can see here. So it's 60. Someone will tell me, what about the 50? Actually, the 50 something that the teacher added to check our knowledge. I don't need the 50. I don't need that this triangle is isosceles. I don't care. I have the base 60 and I have the height 40. So this is the only two dimension that I'm going to use from the triangle. Times the length. The length of the prism is 120. So in general, you see that 50 centimeter here and 50 centimeter, I don't need to use it. It doesn't mean that I have it in the drawing that I have to use it. No. Now, I can simplify the 2 with 120, so it's going to be 60. 60 times 60 times 40, it's going to be 144,000 centimeter. Now be careful, cube. Why cube? Because we are using a volume, not area like the previous lesson. So be careful, the unit has to be centimeter cube. Now, I need to get your attention. 144,000 centimeter cube. If in the question they want to get it in, let's say, liter, how can I transfer the centimeter cube to liter? So it's very important that you know that 1 liter equal 1,000 milliliter. This is very important. And 1 milliliter equal 1 centimeter cube. That means the milliliter and centimeter cube are the same. That's why we are saying that 1 liter equal 1,000 centimeter cube. So in this case, if I have 144,000 centimeter cube, if I divide it by 1,000, I will simplify this with this. I will get 144 liter. So this is very important in case the question find the volume in liter. This is how we transfer the centimeter cube to liter. And let's say I want to put water, or I want to add any liquid inside this triangular prism. That's why I can check it in liter. and the difference between centimeter cube and liter, that liter and milliliter is used for liquid, centimeter cube is more for solids. So I hope that you understood this lesson, and this is unit 3 lesson 4, and the next one is going to be lesson 5. Thank you.